How you doing, fight fans? This is Boxing Knowledge coming at you once again. Jeep edition. Just chilling in my Jeep, just relaxing. Um, Felt like doing a prediction on an extremely exciting fight. I think this fight has the potential to be so exciting. I think it's going to probably be the best fight out of the Super 6 tournament. That's your first clue. It's an 168-pound division. And I'm talking about Carl Froch against King Arthur Abraham. Oh my goodness, guys. This fight is going to be spectacular. I called my boy Naptown Born the other day on the phone, and we were talking about it, and we were just fucking shitting in our pants laughing because we could we couldn't decide who was gonna KO who. I want to say Nap gave the edge to Abraham. Absolutely, yeah. He asked me, he was like, "Yo," he was like, "Who do you think is a?" Don't tell me you think Carl Froch is more of a power puncher than Abraham. Anyway, long story short, guys, we agreed it's gonna be a spectacular fight. This fight's gonna end by KO. It has to end by KO. Please let it end by KO. I'm gonna choose Arthur Abraham by KO. That's what I'm gonna choose. But hey, you cannot count out a guy like Carl Froch, man. The fight was not as one-sided as people think. The one that he just lost against Mikhail Kessler. Carl Froch said something very true at the end of the fight. He said, "At the end of the day, it was a close fight, and if it was in my hometown, well, it would have gone to me. But we're in Denmark, so I mean, as much as I hate the guy, he's absolutely right. You know, it was a pretty close fight. One could definitely make a case for Carl Froch winning that fight. Um, Again, referring to my conversation with Nat. Apparently, Carl Froch is he's been impressed with Carl Froch lately. I mean, I don't know what's so impressive about him, but I mean, every mind is a world. I mean, of its own. You know. Anyway, um, extremely exciting fight, guys. Extremely exciting fight. I think it's gonna be spectacular. I think it's just gonna be a slugfest. I was joking around. I said it could be a double KO. Now it's not gonna be a double KO, but these guys are gonna hurt each other, man. I want to see both these guys go down. I mean, it won't be like a Marcos Maidana against Victor Ortiz type of slugfest where it was nonstop action because Arthur Abraham's style, you know, just won't allow that to happen from the get go. Although, if memory serves me right, he fought Edison Miranda the second time and KO'd him in like 4 or 5 rounds. He pressed the action early, you know. Yeah, that could also be attributed to the fact that he had also had a previous fight with him and figured him out, and it was just easier. He didn't test his power. He didn't need to waste all those rounds testing his power and gaining the knowledge that he needs to later press a relentless assault, especially in the middle to late rounds. Um, I want to see this fight. I want to. I was just gonna say this fight's gonna be like Hagler versus Hearns. Hell no, ain't gonna be no Hagler versus Hearns. But I hope it has shades of it. At least I hope it has shades like of Manny Pacquiao and Miguel Cotto. I hope Arthur Abraham pins Carl Froch against the ropes, and they just both start slugging each other's brains out because Carl Froch is a very unique fighter. His response, okay, to when he gets hurt, he just lunges forward and just starts just throwing a barrage of punches. I mean, you know, he's got the boxing know-how. All right, Carl Froch is very underestimated. Okay, this guy got hurt and wobbled so bad by an Andre Durrell left hand, and instinctively, without thinking, he wasn't thinking. He was fucked out of his mind when he got hit with that left hand. But instinctively, without even thinking, he pedals back to the ropes and puts his hands up, and effectively weathers the brunt of Andre Durrell's relentless assault at the end of that round. The guy, he boxing is his life, is his instinct. Okay, he'll always do the right thing at the right time. That's what I think. So I could just imagine these two going at each other. Not Hagler versus Hearns. That's all a joke. But it's gonna be so exciting, guys. I've dedicated a whole video to this potential matchup. I say potential because you never know in boxing. I want to see these guys kick the shit out of each other. You know what I mean? And may the best man win. And if Carl Froch could somehow find a way, surely he'll be the underdog. That's what I believe. But if Carl Froch could find a way to just fucking shock the 168-pound division and just make mincemeat out of Arthur Abraham, he deserves all. I mean, he deserves. He probably won't have a title because I think it's gonna be a non-title. Neither of them have titles yet. Because Carl Froch just lost his. But it won't be for the title. You know, he'll shock the world. And I say, bring on Lucci and Butte, whoever wins this fucking tournament. Bring on Lucci and Butte. And I want to see the winner of Lucci and Butte, the winner of this tournament, okay, ascend up to light heavyweight, the next division up, and fight Chad Dawson. That's what I want to see. Or a catchweight at 170, because Chad Dawson can still make 168. Don't get it twisted. That's what I want to see, a super fight. And I don't know who Chad Dawson's gonna be fighting in the meantime. Probably faded bums after Jean Pascal. Who else is there? Who else is there for him to fight? Tavares Cloud. Is he a light heavyweight or cruiserweight? I don't remember. But who else is there to fight? He can't fight. Yeah, he's gonna fight Glenn Johnson the third time, right? He can't fight Glenn Johnson. All right, he already whooped that ass twice. Jean Pascal, he'll probably beat him very convincingly. I don't think he'll stop Jean Pascal, but I feel bad for Chad Dawson. There's no one to fight. Who's gonna fight Bernard Hopkins? He wants to move up and fight David Haye. Well, that heavyweight division is a mess right now, but it is what it is, right? That's pretty much it, guys. Abraham, Carl Froch. Oh yeah, official prediction. I believe that Abraham is going to stop in middle to late rounds. I know it's a little broad. I know I should be more specific, but if I had to choose a round, I'd say round 10. Okay? But middle to late rounds, particularly round 10, I think it's going to be very exciting. I think Carl's going to box. If he's smart, he's going to try to box him. Because Carl Froch can box. Carl Froch can box, guys. Believe me. If he can box him intelligently and engage and just hurt, engage only when he has to, conserve his energy, because don't get me wrong. I mean, Carl Froch has the endurance of a racehorse. I mean, this guy's got a lot of endurance, But if he can conserve his energy, just pick his spots and just box him, then maybe. I mean, oh man, I don't know, but guys, it's Carl Froch here. He's gonna feel Abraham's power, and Carl Froch is gonna want to impose his power on Abraham. It's gonna be an exciting fight, guys. So leave your comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and remember, boxing is intelligence. Don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise, because they're just stupid. All right. Why do I always say this after every video? It's like my new catchphrase, I did a video called Boxing is Intelligence. And I explained why. It's a beautiful, beautiful, and intellectual sport. And I invite anyone who's watching this who is not an avid boxing follower to study what is the art of boxing. Boxing is very deep and profound, Leave your comments. Don't forget to subscribe. Later. Subscribe.